So, question number 37. The value of definite integral 0 to pi d theta divided by 5 plus cos theta is, what is the answer? This is a problem today we are going to solve.
So first we can write the integral. The integral is it's 0 to pi d theta divided by 5 plus 4 cos theta. This is 0 to pi, that means it's in the unit circle. If you are considered this is a theta, it's looking like a circle. 0 to pi represents its half circle, so you can change this integration 1 by 2 times the full rotation of the theta. 0 to 2 pi d theta 5 plus 4 cos theta, because 0 to 2 pi represents the complete circle. So in that complete here it's complete circle. I can draw the diagram. See, it's a 0 starting point, it's a pi. If you are rotating like a 2 pi, it's a complete circle. The first limit they are given 0 to pi. Suppose if you are dividing this whole circle by 5 after 2 pi rotation, you will get this integration. That's why I divided the 0 to 2 pi that circle by half. We will get this one. So for solving this integration, there are several methods are available. Here we are going to use that one. It's a contour integration. That is the simplest method. No need of memorizing any trigonometry. Simple trigonometry is enough for solving this integration. So in general, you can write any complex number z equal to e power I theta. Z is a complex number, that should be equal to e power I theta. So z inverse you can write e power minus I theta. So this cos theta as well as d theta we are going to change. The cos theta you can write the cos theta, that should be equal to z plus z inverse divided by 2, because if you are adding this 2 and then dividing by 2, it will give the cos theta. E power I theta plus e power minus theta divided by 2, it will give the cos theta. The d theta we need to find. So for that, what we have to do, just take the z, differentiate with respect to theta. If you are differentiating, it will give e power I theta, e power I theta. If you are differentiating that argument, it will give I times d theta. So that means that d theta is equal to the d is at 1 by I. If it is coming to this side, it will be in denominator 1 by I. E power I theta already we have taken is that is z. So what you have to do, the e power I theta you can write the it's a dz by iz. This is e power I theta, this is cos theta. So the mod of z is nothing but you have to find the magnitude, that would be equal to it's 1. That means it's a unit circle. So in the complex plane, you can take this is a x-axis, this is a iy, that is a y-axis. So this is a complex plane. The circle radius is unity. This is a mod of z, that should be equal to unity. So now you can rearrange, you can rewrite this integral in terms of our complex integration. So this 1 by 2 integral of 0 to 2 pi the d theta 5 plus 4 cos theta, you can write as 1 by 2. It's now integration changing in the complex plane with the unit radius 1, that should be equal to d theta is 1 by iz into dz. This is d theta divided by this, you would write it here. So there will be 5 plus this is in denominator plus 4 cos theta, you can write z plus z inverse divided by 2. This is the denominator. Now you can just rewrite to simplify this form. So it would be equal to, you can take the 1 by I outside. So 1 by 2, if you are taking I, it's 1 by 2i integral of, it's a unit circle of z, mod of z equal to 1. So I am putting like circle So dz, this 1 by z, you can write it in denominator z. Inside you can, this is 2, 1 2s are 2, 2 2s are 4, so it will be 2 5 plus 2z plus 2z inverse bracket. So now still you can simplify this one. What you got to do, you can write 1 by 2y integral of dz. So it's a 5z 2z square. First you can write 2z square plus 5z. If you are z into z inverse, it would be z power 0 1 plus 2. So this is a actual this is a complex plane integration. Now what we want to do, we are going to use the residue theorem to solve this integration. We need to find the pole, that means where the function goes to infinity, that is the pole. Suppose if you are finding the root of the denominator, at those root the denominator goes to 0, that means it goes to infinity. It would be simple to find the root of this equation. How you got to do means, first you need write the uh, roots are roots means the function goes to infinity. uh, when the function goes to infinity means the denominator goes to infinity. The denominator we are having 2z square plus 5z plus 2 equal to 0. Suppose if you are just factorizing this on, you will get because multiplication 4 addition 5, so you will get 2z plus 1 then z plus 2. This is a factorization, it's a school level algebra, you can do that one. That means my roots are, we are getting z equal to minus of as well as z equal to minus 2. So you can check the z equal to minus of, it's within the, because minus of means it will come here, so the minus of will be residing here. Is it equal to minus 2, it's outside the unit circle, so we don't want to consider this point, just we can leave this point. So we need to find the residue at this point, because at this point the integration goes to 0 infinity, not 0 infinity. So you need to remove this point, then you can calculate the remaining integration. For that one we are going to use the residue theorem. What residue theorem says means, the any complex integral, here we are having the complex integral and the front side 1 by 2y, just you can make the separator. So 1 by 2y integral of, it's a unit circle, dz equal to 2z square plus 5z plus 2 is equal to 2 pi I. It's a sum of the residue. Here we are having only one pole, that means at this point only it goes to infinity. At z equal to minus 1 by 2 only it goes to infinity, that is the pole. We need to remove that pole, we want to find the residue value. So for that, what we are here actually it's in general for the complex integration, here 1 by 2i will be there, you need to put 1 by 2i also. So for that one, what we got to do, this integration is equal to 1 by 2i, that is the before the integration, 1 by 2i imaginary into 2 pi I residue at z equal to minus of. So we are having the function, it's a 1 divided by 2z square plus 5z plus 2. That factorization already we know, 1 by 2z plus 1 plus z plus 2. Actually here you have to say, we are going to remove the pole at z equal to 1 by 2. So this is that means we are going to remove this point from the function, then we want to find the residue. So that should be equal to 1 by 2i 2 pi I. Suppose here 2z plus 1 will be there, so you can take the 1 2 outside, 1 2 outside. If you are taking, what you are having z plus of divided by, here it will become z plus, because we are taking the 2 is outside, So z plus here half will be the, so z plus 2, then what you go to, you can cancel these 2, so you can simplify this one also, or 2i will get cancelled, so pi by 2, the pi by 2 will be the, here at z equal to, we are finding the residue at z equal to minus of at this point, so substitute that value. Suppose if you are substituting that value 1 by, because we are removing this one, so minus 1 by 2 plus of, so you will get a minus plus 3 by 2. So if your denominator or fraction plus 3 by 2, it will 2 by 3, so pi by 2 into 2 by 3, 2 will get cancelled. The final answer would be, that would be equal to pi by 3. So this is the option. So you can use the trigonometry, but this complex integration is simple for solving the problem.
So using the complex contour integration, we got the answer pi by 3. So the option is 4 here. So this is the answer.